Cheers.
Greetings, everybody.
Nothing dangerous about that.
Thanks for coming this evening. My name is Todd McGreevy, and I'm the host, if you will. This is our loft here in downtown Davenport. I appreciate you coming tonight. I want to thank Mike Bernston back for bringing the pizza. And Diane Holtz for bringing the beverages. Really appreciate that. I'm just going to do some house cleaning here, to give you some context of what's going on a little bit, if you will. I encourage you to check out the literature table over there. There's a lot of interesting things for you to review. Just so you know, this is Mike Angelos, the secretary over there, and he and Diane are busy making sure what the count is. Looks like we have over 60 people here tonight, all right? And we had 38 with 25 precincts. So ostensibly we're going to make it, and we'll know in just a few minutes. So I thought we'd just kind of get this going, and then when we get the green light over there, we'll know that we can change the world here in Scott County, all right? And so this building, just for those of you who might want to know about this building, it's the Midcoast Fine Arts was developed this building about 5 years ago. It used to be the Peterson Hagee furniture building. They developed it into a mixed-use building. On the first floor, there's retail, art galleries, and studios. On the second floor, retail, art galleries, and studios. On the third floor, there's classrooms under here, and then there's the Midwest Writing Centers across the hall. So if you're interested in, they have great workshops. They have a lot of different things going on. Some of you are authors in this room. If you want to network with other authors, the Midwest Writing Center is a great resource for you. The literature on the table, there's everything over there from business cards for some people running for office, including Jim Bainbridge, who's here tonight running for recorder. Where's Jim? Right over here. Jim, thank you for coming tonight. Really appreciate it. Yes, sir.
I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you. Yes. Good call. There's also a gentleman running for governor in Iowa. His name is Jonathan Narcisse. He's running as an independent under the Iowa party ticket. He's on the ballot by petition. Jonathan was a former Des Moines school board member. He caused a lot of unrest on the school board with his investigative reformist tendencies. They had just passed a local option sales tax. They had $350 million to spend, and there was lots of graft and corruption going on. He was right in the middle of it. He was vilified by a lot of people, but he also caused a lot of waves. Out of that, he published last year a thing called An Iowa Worth Fighting For. And IowaWorthFightingFor.com is the website. It's his manifesto, if you will, of what he'll do, his governance strategy. At the state fair this last week, the IFPC did a poll that apparently exceeded Rasmussen's numbers as far as the number of people polled, which I don't know the number yet. I'm working on getting what that is. And apparently Branstad polled at 53%, Narcisse polled at 21%, and Culver was at 16%. So I call this our Jesse Ventura moment in Iowa, frankly, to be honest with you, okay? But the difference is that John has a governance agenda, a governance strategy that's documented and empirical. You can look at it and point to it. It's strong. I would encourage you to take a look. To that end, there's business cards over there. Take them with you, hand them out if you can. There's also a petition here that's non-binding. It's just to create public pressure. There are debates. There's 3 debates coming up for the governorship in Iowa, and John is not in it yet. You got Branstad and Culver, and that's it. And I call that a ho-hum crasher, if you will. I mean, we have 2 incumbents in there. We think Jonathan should be in the debates. If you can support that, the petition's on the table over there, okay? There's also, like I said, some house cleaning. I'm trying to use some time while Mike's counting over there. In this room next Saturday, or this Saturday, August 28th, Michael Badnarik will be hosting his Constitution class, Introduction to the Constitution. Michael is he ran as he was on the ballot in 2002 for the president under the Libertarian ticket in 48 states, which is no small feat to pull off. He was also the chair of the Continental Congress last November in St. Charles, Illinois, where 116 delegates from 48 states convened to come up with the Articles of Freedom, of which the summary is on the table over there as well, which document the 14 violations of the Constitution and the remedial instructions that the state and federal legislators should follow to remedy what we the people have allowed to break. All right? It's a big mouthful. Badnarik will be here Saturday. With the help of many people in this room, there are scholarships available. The class is a $100 fee. It's 8 hours long. It's a fun-filled class, but you do actually learn something from it. And there is a hardback textbook which comes with the class, and copies of that are over there. It's $100. It's $50 because thanks to the help of some good folks in this room, when you go online or to register, you can get it for $50. So I encourage you to attend that. There's 6 or 7 spots still left with scholarships. Read. This is Michael Elliott, and he's the chair of this convention, and he's going to share with us why we're here and what the parameters are, what we're trying to get done.
Before we go into any further details about the convention specifically, I'd like to thank Todd McGreevy for being the host here, and if we can all give him a round of applause. We're going to try to keep this convention informal, just like our preliminary convention that we did. It was a lot better because it was more open, more like an open forum, and people were able to have their voices heard a lot easier, and it was more of a comfortable environment. So unless anybody objects, we'll just proceed with a less formal meeting instead of like the Robert Rules of Order that primarily seen with political parties. This is called a non-party political organization. It is actually found under the Iowa Code, subchapter 44. What it is it allows citizens to gather together as a political organization to put a slate together of candidates that they would like to see on partisan race, whether it's the county, state, or even federal government. We're focused primarily on the Scott County race. What we're required by law to have is at least half of the precincts in the county represented. There are 63 precincts in Scott County, so therefore we have to have 32 precincts represented. And that's what Mr. Angelos over there is working on, finishing up, tallying up the numbers to see where we're sitting right now. Was there any questions regarding the law specifically under that chapter? Or?
Would you repeat it?
What's that?
Would you repeat it, please? I want you to repeat it.
Repeat the chapter?
Yes.
Chapter, subchapter 44, and that is the rules under nominating candidates to be on the ballot by convention, and that's by a non-party political organization convention, and that's what we are. So it's not specifically like a party like Republican or Democratic, it's just a loose political organization of citizens. Yes?
Is there qualification where you own land or just live there?
The only qualification for delegates, obviously you have to be from your precinct, and you have to be an eligible voter. So that means you have to be over the age of 18, and you can't be a, let's say, felon, or have any other restrictions as far as voting rights go. Any other questions regarding the amendment? The law or any procedures today for this convention? Okay.
Is there anybody here that wants to run for attorney? Couldn't find one.
You have to be an attorney?
You do have to be an attorney. Otherwise, I would have nominated Michael, actually. I've seen him operate as pro se in the courthouse and actually educate the chief prosecutor and the judge on what the law is. And do it respectfully, and do it with diplomacy, and be treated with respect. He does a phenomenal job in there. He's very calm. I wish we could nominate him. Unfortunately, the bar card holders have controlled the statute, and we can't do that. But maybe if we get some supervisors elected that want to change that rule, maybe we can. Because that's the big picture I see here, is that we live in this county, and we should control how this county goes down if we want to operate by natural law, constitutional law that this state is founded on. So, treasurer? Anybody run for treasurer? Nobody stepped up for that. I really knocked on some doors with some CPAs I know. Nobody really wanted to. So this is our training wheels here. Okay. We do have some folks that are we'd like to nominate. I know that there's going to be some nominations from the floor, and I think I can share with you some of their background, if you will.